finally here we have solving equations using multiplication and division as our inverses. Remember the inverse operations. Nothing has changed. Okay, we're still using the opposite operation. So in our first example here, drawing my line, 15 times g equals 75. In other words, what times 15 is going to give me 75? Well, to figure that out, I've got to do some work. So what operation is being done to the variable? What's keeping it from being by itself? Well, it's being multiplied by 15. So I've got to divide by 15. 15 divided by 15, remember, turns to 1, g. And you don't have to write this. This is optional. This 1 here is totally optional. I'm just showing you that when you divide 15 by 15, it turns to 1. And that equals 75 divided by 15. When you divide 15 into 75, you should get 5. So g equals 5. And if you put 1g equals 5, that is fine as well. Our next one, b divided by 4. I'm actually going to rewrite this over here. b divided by 4 equals 12. Go ahead and draw my line down the middle here. Now, what's being done to the variable? Well, it's being divided by 4. So I've got to do the opposite. I'm going to multiply by 4. When I do that, guys, these cancel. Okay, it's almost like up here with our division problem. They cancel each other out. We're left with essentially 1b, but I'm just going to write b equals. Now, we multiplied 4 here. We've got to multiply by 4 here. 12 times 4 is 48. And check your work. Is 48 divided by 4 12? Well, it is if you know your math. Alright, the next one over here, and again I'm going to rewrite this because I don't like my fractions like this. So m over 24 equals 24. Draw my line down the middle there. What is being done to the variable that's keeping it from being by itself? Well, it's being divided by 24. So I'm going to do the inverse operation and I'm going to multiply it by 24. Cancels it out. And I'm going to multiply this side by 24. I'm left with m equals the product of 24 times 24, which is 576. I'm not going to do the math, but you would have to do the math, obviously. Okay? Alright, let's look at the final two over here. 6y times 12. I'll rewrite it so we're not squished for space. 6y equals 12. Draw my line down the middle here. What is being done to the variable that's keeping it from being by itself? It's being multiplied by 6. So I need to divide by 6. When I do that, this goes away. I'm left with y equals, now I divided by 6 over here, so I've got to divide by 6 over here. 6 goes into 12 2 times. Okay? And if you plugged it back in, 6 times 2 is 12. So it checks. Okay, and the final one over here is b divided by 6 equals 12. Okay, so draw my line down the middle. What's being done to the variable that's keeping it from being by itself? Well, it's being divided by 6. So I've got to multiply by 6, and I've got to multiply by 6 on this side. These 6's cancel each other out. I'm left with b equals the product of 12 times 6, which is 72.